and welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I am Sarah Joy, and we are still continuing on into week 2 of Triple B&E. All right, it is January 2nd. It's 9 a.m. I'm off today, and I've been up for a while. I took a nice relaxing bath and started a new book. It's a digital book, so I can't show you. That I'm about 20% of the way done with already. It's not a very long book. It's like 252 pages. I could probably get it done today, and I probably will if I'm being honest. But I'm still working on this one. The writing is very good. I'm in chapter 4. I haven't had too much time to read and devote. This one may end up not being for me just because it's upsetting. I could deal with the captive part. Well, ad is upsetting and it's meant to be upsetting. That's not the part that's really getting me. It has to be, it's sexual trauma, and that's just the only way to say it. And so I may end up DNFing this book. I'm going to try to read a little bit more of it and see what I think. I think the book is good. So it's not a judgment on the book. It's just one of those that would not be in my comfort zone. But anyway, I'm going to take the dogs out. I'm going to get some electrolytes. I am not hungry this morning, so we're not going to eat right away. And we're going to just get some homework and some Bible reading and stuff done. I have another video I have to record today. Yeah, so it's going to be another busy day off for me. I'm going to get my puppies out and I will check in soon. All right, I got my plants taken care of and I'm sitting down at my desk. I need to upload a video. I'm going to read my Bible, and then I really absolutely must read chapter 3. I haven't touched the Let Them theory in several days. So I need to get that done. And then I've got to get on to a little bit of homework. Still not quite hungry, so I'll check in again when I eat. I just had to jump on here and share some thoughts. I am reading an article for school, and it's very interesting. It's talking about ovarian cancer and how lifestyle, diet, nutrition affects ovarian cancer. So it is very much an interesting article. I am not far into that article, and I have some things that I wanted to share that I thought was pretty outstanding, but other things that make you just think. Just make you think. It's a good thing. It states that our dietary habits account for 30% of all forms of cancer. So that tells me that diet can play a significant role in developing cancer and or treating cancer, because it goes both ways. So that's just one fact that will stop and make you think. Ghost, back off, buddy. Please, dude. All right, I'm gonna have to open the laptop in a minute. He's trying to stand on it. And I'm trying to upload a video. It also says that a large number of all cancer cases can be prevented by behavior modification. So that I thought was also pretty interesting. They say that diet plays a role in breast cancer, gastric, esophageal, and colorectal cancers. So those ones are the ones that they have deemed that can be directly impacted by how we eat and the lifestyles that we live. Of course, we know if we were a smoker, we can moderate that risk at developing lung cancer by not smoking, and things like that. The very next thing it starts talking about when it gets into nutrition, it just really made me think. They're like, we're going to compare Western diets. Let's see how they said it. They said they were taking like Western, where was it? I apologize for not having that highlighted. Sorry, Ghost was barking, so I did stop, but it also gave me time to look for the thing. It says the Western diet is characterized by excessive energy intake, which I agree with, whilst micronutrient deficiency is more common in developing countries. I could see this. It said that the Western diet has increased consumption of dairy products, sugar, and meat, and rather refined carbohydrates, and a lower intake of unrefined starchy food. That wasn't exactly the point that I was looking for, but that is, they're just comparing that to a more, like, here they talk about a Japanese diet. Yeah, here's the one point that I wanted to say. It says, because diets in the developed Western countries are rich in animal products, sugar, and fat, while diets in developing countries is characterized by the intake of starchy food, but have a low intake of fat, sugar, and animal products. The Western diet is considered to be a major contributory factor. I don't disagree with that. And then it goes on to basically blame meat. And that was one of those ones that just makes you think, like, because they're thinking it's not the carbohydrates, so it has to be the meat and the fat, because other countries are eating higher carbohydrates and lower fat, and they have less instances of this. But what they don't take into consideration that I'm thinking is interesting, and it could change throughout the article, is the sugar. So yeah, I thought that was really rather interesting that those were the points that they were trying to make, based on other studies, which, let's face it, other studies have blamed meat anyway. He's getting fixed in just over a week, and I cannot wait because I think this is going to help. But anyway, I just wanted to come on and share those interesting thoughts about what I'm learning in school. But I do have to get back to this article because I think it's a 20-page article, and I'm like 2 pages in. So I've got a lot of reading to do. I've got like 5 or 6 articles I need to read today. So yeah, I'm going to get back to homework, and I'm still not hungry, and it's almost 11, so still not going to eat anything just yet. Schoolwork is going well. It is now like 12:30. I still have 3 articles left to read. I've gotten through 2.5 technically. So the 3 includes the half one. But I was only half paying attention as I was listening to it. So it's kind of really technically 3. But I'm hungry, so I made some food, and then I'm going to eat that. And let me show you what I'm going to have. All right, so here is what I made. I have 3 burger thins. These are 1/6 of a pound. As you can see, they're quite thin, which is fine. And then I have 4 bacon wrapped hot dogs, and then I have some homemade butter mayo to dip it all in. And I am going to enjoy today a blackberry lemonade Waterloo. I have not even been drinking these every day. This is just something that I think will be nice to go with my meal. So that's what I'm gonna have. I will check in later. I just got done running an errand to Lowe's. I went looking for something specific and I came home with 2 plants. Not probably the best idea. I am going to allow myself to buy 1 more plant this year and then it's going to maintain because I have 41 plants and this dude really missed me. Can you tell? He has plastered himself to me. Let's see how well I could do it. But anyway, I did get 2 more plants. I will show them to you. We'll see if Matt even notices. I've just kind of put them in the collection. One of them is right up there. This one right over here. It is, I believe, a strawberry cream syngonium, and I'm really liking my syngoniums. And then I got another pothos. So we'll see if Matt comes and notices it. So up there with my books on our big new shelf that he put up yesterday, I have 2 different types of syngoniums. So now I have 3 different syngoniums. I'm really excited about that. And then I have many, many different varieties of pothos. Let me show you my new one. So it is the one hanging up. I do think I want to try to find another little hanging pot like that because I have, as you can see, lots of little sprouts going. So I might get another small hanging pot and hang it right there. But we'll see. But I have 1 more spot. That's my big 10-foot grow light that just came for a plant right there, right next to my Monstera, which is doing really well and recovering really well. The patting you're hearing is me patting Ghost. And then I repotted my Dieffenbachia. I do not like that pot, but I'll find something to put it in later. My next step is going to be, since I'm not buying any more than 1 plants, I'm gonna start buying decorative pots. So I have a syngonium in a decorative pot there. This one's in decorative. I've only got a few decorative pots, so I think it'll be nice. And then I can work on getting some of my bonsai also into decorative pots. So this bonsai is coming back after it lost all of its leaves. It's doing very well, but it's in a plastic pot. So eventually I'll want to put it in a more decorative pot like that. So I think that will be my plant fun goal for this year, will be just getting decorative pots to put all my plants in. Now you can see the big girl behind me too. And little dude is still right here. But I think I am going to get some more water. I haven't had any electrolytes today, so I need to get some electrolytes. And then I am going to read. I really should do more homework, but I'm kind of tired and just want to read. It's been a busy day. I still have to go for a walk this evening, which I am still planning to do, but I do want to enjoy reading because it's going to slow down after next week, and I want to take advantage of the time while I can. For dinner tonight, we are having the leftover prime rib. We heated it up in the air fryer, so I'm gonna go enjoy this, and then it'll be time for my squats and my walk. All right, so I got my new big tall floor grow lamp, and these plants were in my window, so they're out here. I like the stand. I don't like the stand. I like the way it looks, but it's not as functional as I want. So probably in the next several months, I will go ahead and replace that with something that is definitely more functional and still fits in that corner. But we'll see. right, it is January 3rd, which is a Friday, and it's about 7:15 in the morning. I just got done getting dressed and taking the puppies out, so Ghost is down here demanding all my attention. But before I cook my breakfast, I do want to get my Bible reading done and hopefully a chapter in here. So we're going to get started our day with that. So let's get moving. Now about 10 to 8. I have got to get some breakfast cooked and get it ate pretty quickly because I got to get gas and I want to get coffee, and I start work at 9, so I'm running out of time. I did complete my Bible reading. I did not get all of chapter 4 done in the Let Them theory. Got about halfway done. We're gonna call that pretty good. So let's go ahead and see what we're having for breakfast and get it started cooking. So this morning I have like half a dozen slices of bacon I'm going to chop up and cook, and then I'm going to add the carne piccata to it, and that is going to be my breakfast, possibly my only meal because I'm not super hungry right now, and I'm okay with that. So here's my breakfast. This is about half of that meat and bacon. I put the other half in the fridge. I am restarting my Primal Queen today because I kept forgetting, and it's a good thing to do. And I got my water, so I'm gonna go scarf this down, and I gotta start heading to work. All right, it's 6 o'clock. I'm so hungry. I really should have ate all this morning because I am very hungry right now, but I'm gonna finish it off. And then I'm going to get my exercise and my squats done. And then we will chat again in a little bit. Right, I just finished my walk up at the gym. I'm gonna pull my shoes off. I need to get new shoes, and I need to get like wider shoes because these ones are pinching my toes on my one foot, so it's not any fun. But I have some fun things that I want to show you guys because I had a really good nail day. Let me get things a little bit organized. And Ghost is, of course, wanting my attention because I haven't given him any attention. Because I pretty much came home, ate dinner, and did my exercise. And I have about 20 minutes before I have to do a premiere. And I still have to edit a video. All right. He is like determined to like crawl in my lap. Ghost, go. Dude, go away. You're going to fall off the bed. Ghost. Nope. All right. So, fun nail things. I ordered this planner last year, and I still have, technically I can still use it, and I probably will try to use both for a while. Ghost, stop! But I still have February, March, April, May, June, and July in the one that I got last year. And I really, really like it. I don't know what style this one is, but when I went looking for it, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find this one again. So let me put it back. So I ended up ordering a new one. And I know the lighting is not great in here, so you can't see it, but it says Sarah Joy and it says Health Psych Major. So I'm super excited to have this one. This one is laid out a little bit differently, but I love the stuff, and I paid for extra for the rose gold binding on it. Super, super cute. I think this one's going to be great for school eventually, but I think for now I think that's what this one is. This one is all for school. So this one's going to transition to be all for school. That one's going to be for everything else. And I'll have to order another one in a few months once that one gets closer to being done. The other thing that I ordered was I ordered some notebooks. So these are nice, and these are covered in plastic. They're like laminated and spiral bound. This one says beautiful minds inspire others, and I loved that, so I put my name on it, and now I have a beautiful lined notebook. And you can choose with hers, you can choose what kind of paper you wanted, so I chose lined. And then I got one that's purple and tulle, and again I paid for rose gold binding, and this one says Sarah Joy Health Psych Major. So I'm really excited to have those. Put those aside. Then I got something fun to go with my book journal, and I'm sure I'll use it in my planners as well. I think it's gonna come in handy. I do want to order more of something for first, but I ordered, my friend Hope has one of these and she told me about it and I had to snag it. So this is a Canon Ivy mini printer. I have not opened it yet. I might wait till Sunday to open it, and it'll just sit on my desk for a few days because that will be the first time that I really have time to play with it. So I got 50 sheets to go with it, and then I got a little case. So that is really, really cool. So I will probably keep that up on my desk, and I will play with that later. It's going to be for my book journal, for one thing, for printing the book photos of the book pages, and I can cut them down and stick them in my journal. So I'm super, super excited about that. And then I ordered more clothes from Svaha. They did a restock and they had a sale at the end of the year. Sorry, I've got a lot of space. So you're not going to be able to get a good look at these because I am sitting down, but they had another book dress. So I got, this one is sleeveless and it's got the tiered down the sides, and it's beautiful books all over it. So there was one of the two other book dresses I got. So now I have 4 of their book dresses. This is more of an A-line dress, and it has a belt that you can tie around it. But this one is called Literary Illusion. So there is it, and they're books. So pages of books open into a design, and I thought that was so cute. So I had to get that one. Then I'm obsessed with green, and y'all know I have plants, lots of plants. I don't really have any. I have a couple succulents, but not a whole lot. I have a couple I have 3 Christmas cactuses and a snake plant, which is technically a succulent as well. So I ordered a t-shirt, and it's in the color that I'm obsessed with lately, which is green. I'm just obsessed with green, and it's got the cactus on it. So I am so excited about that one. The next one is another dress, and this one is also green. Let me get it. If I can figure out the top of it. There we go. And this one has, this is the back of it, but still you can see it's got all kinds of plants all over it, and it was perfect. So I had to get that. And this one is kind of sort of my nod to just Star Wars and Galaxy's Edge and all that kind of stuff. It's a skirt. It glows in the dark, and it's constellations. I cannot wear it, and I love it because it's a nice long skirt. I really prefer my skirts to be like what they consider like a T length, so just below the knee. is what's most comfortable for me. I feel most confident in them. I can go knee length as long as it's like literally to my knee. If it's anywhere above my knee, I'm just not super comfortable in it. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just, it's not a look for me. Usually if I find a dress that's short like that, I'll put like leggings or something under it, make it more of a like long tunic, and I can rock that all day long. All right, let me check my time. I got a few more minutes. I don't have the book with me, but I was reading Still Beating. You know that I opened that. I tried to read it, and I think the book was good, and I think it was very well written. It just bordered into something that was a trigger for me, and I just cannot read it. I started trying to read it, and I just wanted to bawl my eyes out, and it really wasn't even that deep of a scene in the book, and I was like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and we're just going to honestly DNF this one. No fault of the book. It really is. It's just one of my triggers and I can't do it. So I have grabbed another book. I think this one is paperback. It could be a hardback. I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what my next book is going to be. And I will journal later that I DNF'd Still Beating, and that one's just going to get donated. It's not going to be in my collection. I actually have a gal at work that if she hasn't bought it, I might give it to her. All right, so I've got it, all the tape done, and I don't know what I have yet, so it is paper. I had to pull that down. I can't say it, but I'll let you see the title. This is a series of books. It's dark romance. It's supposed to be absolutely phenomenal. So it's the Mind series, and it's by I can't remember, St. Abby, something like that. Yeah, so I think it's like 4 books in one, I think is what it is. I'm looking at it now. So yeah, I think it's 4 books. It's 5 books. So, and this author is sadly no longer with us, but I hear good things. For a dark romance, this is where it should be at. All right, well, I am going to go premiere the health the health vlog, and then I have to edit the video for tomorrow because I filmed it yesterday, but I didn't edit it. So I've got to edit it tonight. And then I think I want to start on this one. We'll see how far I get. But I am going to go ahead and sign off for the night, and I will see you guys all in the morning. Good morning. It is Saturday, January 4th. It's about 6:15 in the morning. I just got showered and dressed, and I have a couple of things to do that I need to do at my desk. The most important of which is read my Bible before I go and cook my breakfast. But on yesterday's video, I went ahead and I opened this series, and I am excited to read it. But I was thinking last night after I pulled it, a lot of my reading is done at work, and I'm not ready to tackle this one yet. So it's going to go back on my shelf for a later date. Since the whole point is to get through my wrapped TBR, I'm not counting it against me. I will eventually get to it at some point. But in the meantime, I've gone ahead and I've picked another one. This is, I think I'm going to do this one. Maybe, let me think on that. I might grab another different one. This one I know is a paperback. Pause. All right, so here's the one that I had originally picked. It's going to go back on the shelf. I grabbed it because it was convenient, but I think I'm going to go ahead and open this one. These are the ones that we started wrapping the other day. I have a ton more that I need to do, but let's see what this one is. I also know that this is a paperback. All right. So we're going to try again, see what we get. All right, a fantasy, romantasy, I'm pretty sure. Dawn of Onyx. I think this is a series, but I only have the first book on this one. So yeah, this one is a series. It is a romantasy. I'll have to look up what the other ones are in the series, but I feel a little bit better about this one. Not quite as excited to read it, if I'm honest, but it'll work better for what I want it to be, which is I can bring this back and forth to work quite easily. So I will grab a bookmark and this will get maybe started today at work. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get started on reading my Bible, and I have to do my walking tracker because I'm 2 days behind on that too. Bible reading is done. That was the most important thing to do. Now I've got to cook breakfast and I got to leave in like 45-ish minutes. I do want to stop and get coffee today. I should get gas, but I might get that on the way home. Yeah, so we're gonna have some bacon and eggs, so let's get that started. My breakfast. It's 6 medium eggs, 5 strips of bacon, and then I have some water in a Stanley, and I'm gonna get that eaten and head out the door. All right, it's 5:45. I've been home for a little bit, had some things to do, check the mail, took care of my plants. Now it's time to cook dinner. It's gonna take me a while, but I'll show you what I'm getting. I got my health coaching book this month, or my health coaching, health wellness, health promote myself, learn my new craft as well as I can book today. So I will start that. It is if you include all the little things and the resources and everything, it is 410 pages. So I'm excited. I think chapter 1 is like 48 pages. I'm going to try to get through that part. It's actually, it says it's chapter 1, but it's really like part 1. Part 1, yeah. So I'm excited to launch on that. I will get that done later. It's a rest day for squats, so I don't have to do those. And I am supposed to walk tonight, but based on how long dinner's gonna take me and when I have a premiere, it ain't getting done. So I have a plan to catch up tomorrow. I am off tomorrow, so I'm gonna get up in the morning, take the dogs out, eat some breakfast. Then I'm going to go for a 3-mile walk, and then I'll carry on with my day. And then when Matt gets home, I will do a second 3-mile walk, and then I'll be on track. Sorta, kinda, close enough anyway. Yeah, I'll have to make up a mile somewhere else in the week, but maybe I can do that on Monday morning. I might be able to do that. We'll see. It just depends on how much schoolwork I got. The next week, school's starting back up, and I'm starting to feel stressed about that. So one of the things I plan to do later is just map out a plan for the week, and that will help, 1, calm me down, but 2, allow me to see where I can wiggle things around. And there isn't going to be as much time as I want, but it is what it is. I've got 3 weeks left in this class, and then it'll be, I should be hearing about my registration for my next class sometime after that. Next class is about stress and coping, so I'm actually really excited about that one too. But let's get dinner started. So here I have 5 pounds of ground beef and 2 pounds of bacon. I'm going to turn that into meatballs, most of which will be bacon wrapped meatballs. So I'm going to start my air fryer. Actually, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. All right, and now we're going to get our meatballs going. That's not any fun. My air fryer had 2 minutes left on the first batch and it completely just shut down. And when I unplugged it, the cord is hot. So I think I'm gonna need a new air fryer. That does not make me happy. And now I have to bake these and they're just not gonna be the same. All right, I'm gonna soak for a minute and then I will come back once I've come up with a plan. As you can hear, I got the air fryer to come back on. I reset, it tripped the switch, which I think says more about my wiring than anything. But I did get the first batch done, and it is reheating for the second batch. I got everything rolled. There was 3 that I ran out of bacon for, but that's okay because they're just going to be regular plain meatballs. And I'm going to continue cooking, and I'll check in once they're done and I finally eat my dinner. All right, the last batch of meatballs are cooking. And I'm sitting here I've been reading so much. I've been reading with schoolwork. I've been reading the Let Them theory, and I just started on this book. And as I'm looking on this book and I look at this guy's name, I'm like, his name sounds very familiar. Why does his name sound familiar? I read stuff by him for school, or he was mentioned in some schoolwork as well in the Let Them theory. So I happened to stumble upon this book and read the description going, that sounds fantastic, not knowing he's a leading health coach. Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. So I'm going to attempt to dive through this book in 3 days. See if I can do it. Because I do want to get it done this month. And I do think that there's skills in here that are going to be critical for me helping with my health client. And I want to make sure that I start him off right. Like, I know what I'm doing to a degree. I have education. I've walked this path. So most of my experience comes as far as like coaching comes from what I wish I would have had and what support I gave myself. So I'm applying that to him, but there's going to be principles and things in here that I will 100% need, and this is going to be helpful. So I have an appointment with him on Wednesday, and if I can get through the majority of this book by then, that would be really good. So I have lots of reading to do tonight. There's reading tomorrow, and school starts back too. And I'm not as far ahead as I wanted to be. I'm almost done with my required reading. I have like 2 more required articles, and then I have to read the 3 for my annotated bibliography. So I've got 5 more articles to read. So I've made myself a goal of trying to be done with week 6 by at least Tuesday. And then that will still give me like 4 or 5 additional days, which if I can keep that momentum into get week 7 done by the following Tuesday, I will have still built in 4 to 5 days extra to do my final paper, which I have a feeling I'm going to need. So yeah, lots of good things coming, but it's a lot of hard work in the meantime. For my meal, I grabbed 4 wrapped in bacon and 3 non-wrapped in bacon. I might need more than this, but I'm going to start with this. Good morning. It is Sunday, January 5th, and it's just before 8 o'clock. I've taken the dogs out. I got showered and dressed. Yeah, I was up way too late last night. I just got into hyper-focus zone and didn't go to bed till 11. And it's chilly outside, which means that I cough when it's chilly outside. But let's get started with making some breakfast, and I've got lots of stuff to do today. For breakfast, I'm gonna keep it real simple. This is the leftover bacon burger bites. I grabbed 6, and we're gonna heat that, and that is going to be my breakfast this morning. Finished my Bible reading. I also filled out my week this week for school, which begins today. So I wrote down that I need to read those 2 articles and planned out my school week here and starting a little bit into the following week, but I didn't want to get too carried away just because I just don't have time for that. And then the other thing that I've done is I've gone ahead and I've made a list of all my priorities. This will be hanging on the wall in a little bit. I just have to get like a push pin or something to put it up. But that is basically an overview of what my entire week looks like. It's going to be a very busy week. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to edit a video, and then I am going to get out my new little camera, and I'll show you how I figured that out in just a little bit. It is now almost 11 o'clock. I have gotten lost down a big rabbit hole. I set a new goal for myself last night. So I'm working on it steadily. I will reveal more in Tea Tuesday, but I just ended up editing a bunch of documents and getting things set for like coaching type stuff. So yeah, that was really, really fun. And now I do have to go and film Tea Tuesday, so I'm going to get ready to do that. I just finished editing Tea Tuesday, and I decided to go ahead and play with my new Canon Ivy little thermo printer thingy to make my little books for my journal. Look at that. Those are the 4 books that I've done so far. I'm including the one that I DNF'd just because I put it in my journal, and I'm going to make notes on why I DNF'd it. I mean, it still counts as a book towards my journey. So I'm going to cut these apart and stick them in my journal, and I'll show you what they look like in a little bit. For the purpose of this video, I did print some extras. So here is the 4 books that I've read so far. I have a couple other book pictures I need to snag, but it just prints them as a little collage, which is very, very cute. And then I cut them apart. I did print 3. Well, I put the 3rd one on accident, but I printed 2 on purpose. So now I have a Book of Doors in my Read the Rainbow and a My Dark Romeo. And then over here, I now have Book of Doors with my rating, and there. And then I'm still working on this one, of course, so there is no rating or anything like that. But I did put that I did DNF that one and why, and then I gave the book away. So I am loving that. I am definitely going to save up for more paper because it would be fun to print photos too, and stickers, photo stickers too, just using my my planners and stuff like that. So I think this is going to be a very, very good investment, and thank you, Hope, for suggesting it to me because I love it already. Okay, I finished my 30 squats while I was cooking this. I have 5 burger patties. These are 1/6 of a pound, so they are very, very tiny. I probably should have eaten 6, but I think 5 will be enough. So I'm going to eat this, and then I am going to go up and do my walk. my walk a little short. I did 30 minutes, but I didn't do the whole hour. I did that because I forgot. Well, I realized I had the 10 to 6:30 shift tomorrow, and that means that I don't like to eat when I get home. So I needed to get something that I could actually bring for work, or at least some emergency snacks. So I found some chomps and I got those. And then I did find some kielbasa, all beef kielbasa sausage. It's not ideal, but it'll work in a pinch. And then I realized I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna have something else to eat, even though it is way later than I want to eat, but it's all right. I am legit hungry, so I am going to eat. So I have 4 of these and I put salt on them, and then I'm gonna have a summer berry sparkling water, and yeah, that should hold me over till morning. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of a Joyful Life vlog. And stay tuned for the second part in a few days. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe and bell notification button so that every time I share my health journey with you, you will be alerted to it. If you would like to help support me and the channel, use the links down below to save yourself some money and also help give me some as well. Or if you would like to, you can just simply buy me a coffee. I hope you all have a wonderful and joyful evening. Bye for now.